Hey y'all, it's Jan, Simply Jan Homestead. Today, we're canning cucumbers, banana peppers, and carrots. Did you know you could can carrots in a water bath? You sure can. Okay, I have all my jars ready. My pot is hot, and today we are using the Mrs. Wages kosher dill pickle recipe. This recipe calls for 9 to 11 pounds of cucumbers, 3.5 cups of Mrs. Wages, white distilled vinegar, any vinegar will do, y'all, 7 1/3 cups of water, and the pouch of Mrs. Wages dill mix. I was gonna use it in the last recipe, but I ran out of cucumbers. Well, I had 1.5, and I didn't want to make the whole brine. So this is what we're doing today. Okay, I've got all the jars cleaned. I took a paper towel and some vinegar and cleaned all the lids of the jars. And y'all, when you're cutting up your vegetables, save those seeds because you can use them for the next harvest. So we're gonna start pouring the Mrs. Wage brine into the jars, and I'll be back. Okay, so I had to add some more water to my pot. I didn't have enough water in there. So let's talk about a few safety things. After you fill your jars, you want to make sure that you take a paper towel with the vinegar on it and wipe that lid off, because when you're dealing with seeds, you know, it's real easy for those seeds to get on the lids. So I've wiped that off, and I'm going not quite an inch head space. I'm giving them a little bit more, so just about a 1/2 inch head space. I am using 1/2 pint jars too. So when you tighten them, you're gonna hand tighten. Hold on. Let me get you here so you can see what I'm doing. Oh. My tripod doesn't want to work. Hold on. Let's try it this way. So you're gonna tighten and then tighten a little. So, and when you're taking the lid off of your canner, always remove it outwardly. You see all that steam? That steam's hot. So we're gonna finish filling these jars. I have 2 more 1/2 pints, and I have 2 quarts. And I've mixed banana peppers, I've mixed carrots, I've mixed jalapeno. And I only use the 1/2 pint because that way, if you just want a snack, you have a little jar, and that usually seals the deal for you. Now, on this one, we had okra that we picked yesterday, and I didn't have quite enough to fill a whole jar, so I mixed the okra with the carrots and some dill, and of course some jalapeno. So, okay, y'all, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, everything's in, and we have a few more minutes. And so remember the other day when I had my tongs and they wouldn't open? I used some spray olive oil on them and they're working fantastic. So there's a tip. If your tongs are sticking, just some spray olive oil, and that's the trick. They've been working fantastic. So I hope that y'all will join in on this collaboration, Let's Can. It was started by Joyce at Morris Patch of Heaven, and we've had quite a few people join in. So it's been fun to do it, and you know, I'm gonna leave it open this time. I tagged a few channels last time, but I'm gonna leave it open this time. If any of you want to join, all you need to do is put hashtag Let's Can, and it'll go to the playlist for this collaboration. And when these are done, 2 more minutes, I'm going to turn the heat off, let it cool down for 5 minutes, and then I will put the jars on the towel. Make sure you do not set hot jars on your cold counter. I have one more jar to can. It just killed me. I didn't want to put it in there. So I'm very excited to see how the Mrs. Wages taste, and to see what the difference is between the first recipe I did. It's just bubbling over a little bit. But here's our pickles that we did. A little bit of onion on the bottom, and they look so good. All my jars sealed, which, yay! So I'm excited. I'm gonna turn this off. I'm excited to see how they taste, and to see if there's a big difference between the Mrs. Wages and the vinegar recipe. Oh, I know what I want to talk to you about. So some people may say, Jen, you cannot water bath carrots. Oh, but you can. Now, water bath carrots, you can do that as long as you have the acid from the brine in it. I didn't know that. I knew I could pressure can them, but I wasn't pressure canning today. And I looked up a recipe, and sure enough, as long as it's acidic, you can water bath it. So we're gonna take our lid off of our pan. It has not set for 5 minutes yet. And we're gonna let that set. And when I'm done, I'm gonna put that one lone jar in there. I have some water jars I can stick in with it so it doesn't bounce around, but I'll be back and I'll show you how everything looks. Okay, there they are. 3 lids popped. 5 to go. And we've got the last one in the canner. So I just wanted to say thanks for coming along on my menagerie of canning today. And don't be afraid to mix your vegetables, y'all. To me, they'll just enhance each other. Now, I'm sure some won't, but I think what I did there is gonna be really good, and I can't wait to show you how it tastes. If only we could taste on YouTube and smell. Hey, y'all, don't forget, hashtag Let's Can, and join this collaboration. because it's really been fun. I plan on canning a lot more. I'm still waiting on tomatoes. Here, I'm going to show you we had a BLT last night with one of these. And these are the German Queens. Look at that, y'all. And I'm going to tell you, to date, this is the best tomato, hands down, that Kevin and I have ever eaten. And I can't wait to make some sauce with them. They're prolific. And to make some salsa. We're just waiting for our tomatoes to blush. These were the first to blush. We've got 3 off of them, and there's probably about 12 more waiting to come to blush. And then I can start canning those. I'm super excited about that. Okay, y'all. Hey, you have a great day. Have a weekend's coming up. Yay! Be blessed and love well. Bye now.